Diversify your portfolio. Don't invest in one thing. Stocks, bonds, real estate, diversify. So too, I'm happy in the now. I'll be like, I'll live in the 60s, I'll live for today, I'll drop out and I'll be good. No, that's ridiculous. Have a future. Okay, so I should be worrying about my future and listen to my grandmother and be all nervous. No, because then you're not being in the now. Or I should have anxiety about what happened. Do you think I offended that person if I said that? I'm not sure. Should I call him up? Wow, you're not here. And like we saw in the last time, the jerk store, you're somewhere in the past. So the answer is I give proper attention to my mistakes. Every night before I go to sleep, I try to review the tape, watch what I did, and be like, I was wrong on that one. And I try to plan for the future. I'm always looking for another job and a better job. I want to do better. But the lion's share of my life is spent right in the moment, right here now. And all of us, especially if you saw a video of the distracted generation, we have all the more reason to not be here now. We have the ability to never be here now. And what I'm saying on a deeper level, it's not just throw away your smartphone, it's saying dare to accept who you are, where you are in the most positive way. Now, one prohibitive factor is obviously perpetual inadequacy. Another one psychologically is that, oh man, if I'm happy now, I'll never be motivated. Oh, I'm happy where I am now, I'm never going to move forward. Nah, you'll move forward. Don't get tricked by that concept. But there's a possibility to enjoy everyday life, and even though it's counterintuitive, like we said in the episode The Opposite, oftentimes to develop strength, you have to go in the opposite direction of what your natural inclination is. My natural inclination is not to be, ooh, this is great. Ooh, I love this orange juice, best orange juice I ever had. Isn't it a miracle? Oh, wow, they got it from Florida, now it's here. I can't stand those people. Be quiet, just drink. The answer is, but that's the attitude. I love this. And if you do that, you live rich. If you actually enjoy, in your head, keep it to yourself. If I enjoy, I'm like, this is a miracle. I'm drinking oranges. This is great. I'm alive in this generation. This is great. I have the ability to connect to lots of people. This is great. I'll dare to love life. The Maharal from Prague explains that this is all an act of love. Love is the Hebrew word ahava. And ahava means, it has a numerical value of the word echad. It means being at one with something in a positive way. You're allowed to love life and don't feel guilty. What about the people starving in India? Me being miserable is not going to feed them. I should happily go and give some of my money and feed them. But the guilt concept, you happy? How could you be happy? The word happy could be, how can you be happy now? You happy? Yes, I want to be happy. What about those people? I will help them in a positive state. You do no good in the world by being negative. Nothing. You might get attention, you might assuage your guilt, but you bring negative energy in the world. The best contribution you can make to the universe is being who you are, where you are at that moment in a positive sense. That means when you live life with love, that love rebounds in the world and other people pick up that energy. So our obligation to be rich is not just for ourselves, it's for everyone, for all of us. Nobody wants to be friends with a person that's always negative. Nobody does. It's uncomfortable to be with people that are uncomfortable with themselves. The biggest contribution we can make to the world is to be rich. Someone asks you, what's your goal? I want to be rich. But rich is irrelevant of your bank account. Rich is all about your physical relationship to the world that you live in. So that would be the answer. So plan for the future and learn from the past, but don't let that fake you out from not being in the now. Thank you guys.